Hey there, horror movie tea sippers.
The following podcast episode will contain spoilers for the movie we are about to review. If you have not seen the movie and do not wish to have anything ruined prematurely, please do not continue to watch or listen until you have seen the movie.
And welcome to the Horror Movie Tea Podcast. Today, we are covering Scream 6. Can't believe there's that many of those movies out.
I can't either.
Yep.
There really shouldn't be.
Yep. But before we go into the review, let's grab our cups and talk about tea. So I'm drinking my honey lemon infusion. And it's got the peppermint creamed honey in it.
And I am drinking Republic of Tea's Super Green Tea Brain Boost, and it has organic green tea leaf, organic ginkgo leaf, organic Japanese green tea matcha leaf, organic ginkgo leaf powder, and this does contain tree nuts, which is ginkgo, so if you have allergies, please be aware of that.
And thank you to the Republic of Tea for allowing us to continue to do what we love. And for our tea sippers out there, brew yourself a cup of tea, sit back, relax, and we hope you enjoy the review. So, for the summary of Scream 6. Escaping to...
Scream movie.
Yeah. Escaping to New York. Yeah, it's different now because it's in New York. To start fresh.
I haven't been in new locations before.
Yeah. The two sisters find themselves back in a nightmare as a new, more aggressive Ghostface returns. So for entertainment, this one, this is me. It's like comparing it to the entirety of the franchise, this would be like a 6.75 to a 7. But whenever I rate these movies, I try and do it based off of just the movie itself. And just the movie itself, it's a 7.25 for me. So I will say the kills, somehow, the kills do feel, for the most part, more fresh. Like they did come up with more interesting ways to kill, but it's like I said, it's just not 100% there for me, but it did feel, it wasn't, what am I trying to say? Whenever I was watching the kills, it didn't always feel like it was a Scream rehash. Like, especially, like, the whole, like, convenience store scene.
Yeah.
But it does fall... It falls back and forth between their old tricks to, like, trying to, like, change things up. This Ghostface is very ruthless, and because of that, he feels even more dangerous. Like, I've said it before, but the one thing that I do really enjoy about the Scream franchise is whenever he comes after you... whenever Ghostface comes after you, you truly feel in danger because he is booking it. Like, he is, like, trying his best to, like, actually, like, kill you. But this one, like, the way that he can just go into a convenience store and is just, like, killing off people, too. Like, it just feels a lot more ruthless, and it just shows how, like, vengeful he is versus the previous versions of Ghostface where it's like, oh, as soon as someone that he's not targeting shows up, he, like, goes and hides.
There's more of a goal behind it.
Yes. And I enjoyed the fact that they actually end up framing at least one of the sisters with some of the deaths that happened to their friends. I thought that was really clever and kind of created more of a feeling of isolation because it's like, who can they turn to type of thing. Because it's like, how can you be protected if you're the one suspected of being the murderer?
Yeah.
And I did, I like the humor, like whenever Gil is on the phone with the killer and she's like, can you hold please? And then the killer's like, huh? And then it just cuts off.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I thought that made me chuckle.
Yeah.
I do think the biggest problem that a lot of the Scream movies have is, you know, it will start off good because it's like the killer's booking it. The killer's really trying to get them. But then, like, someone will throw something at them, and then the Ghostface will stumble. And then it almost becomes kind of like a slapstick thing.
Yeah.
Like, it seems more silly.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say in this movie, I didn't get nearly as many of those scenes. There's, like, only one that I can really recall that was more silly. The rest of them, they did a better job of refining that a little bit more. So you're not taken out of the intensity. And of course, you know, Scream has always been satire. It has been since the beginning. So it's still more satire. I will say, I don't know if they did this on purpose to reference the newer Halloween movies, but the fact that they made the new mask like more worn and torn, I immediately thought of the new Michael Myers mask. So I wondered if it was like a call to that. Because, like I said, it does tend to be satire, and they tend to like bring up like more recent films and like the problems with society and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Yeah. Now, if it wasn't a callback and they were copying Halloween, then shame on you. Be creative. But yeah, it's like, you know, compared to the other movies in the series, there's definitely a lot better movies out there. But I thought it was fun that they called, no one cares if you kill off the original characters anymore. Like, I don't know how, but they're so good at the satire and, like, calling out those types of things. And it's like... I
love that. Never trust a love interest.
Yeah. So it's like I like that they continuously call to that, but they continuously make it feel really current. But besides that, it doesn't. It's just, you know, it's a fun Scream movie, but not the best.
It's another Scream movie. And this one feels very much a meh, kind of middle of the pack movie for me. Mm-hmm. I give it a 6.5, entertainment-wise. It's decent, but if I'm going to watch a Scream movie, I'm going to watch the first two. Yeah. Those are really solid. Yes, those are really solid. I do like a lot of the characters in it. They seem very organic together. And they're interesting, or most of them are interesting, but I can't really tell you a single one of their names. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. There were some funny moments and all, but it's not much that we haven't already seen in other things. Mm-hmm. It didn't seem as updated to me. I feel like they were trying to make it feel updated and relevant and everything, but it just fell short, and it's like, here we go again. It's another one. It's kind of like how Friday the 13th gets. Like, after a certain point, once you've seen one or two of them, you've basically seen them all. Yeah. Like, whoopee.
They're not bringing a whole lot new to the table.
It's really not a whole lot new to the table. And I know that the franchise still makes a lot, and they're going to keep beating the dead horse until they get nothing out of it anymore. And even then, they'll probably still take another couple whacks. But... because that's how they do. Yeah. But it just seems a little unnecessary to keep going at this point. It was all right. And I enjoyed it, but I probably won't really go back to it very often. Is basically what I'm getting at. So.
Fair. Yep. So for realism, and I feel like a lot of this has to do with the flaw of the twist of the movie, but I personally give it a 1.5. It's like the kills themselves... like I'm on the ladder and shaking.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Yes. Yes, 1.5.
Like, honestly, my biggest problem with the movie is the fact that they did the whole, like, the whole family is killers.
Yep.
Like, why would all of them be on board?
Yeah.
And they already did this with the original killer's, like, mom.
Yes.
Wanting to have, like, revenge on Sydney. And so it's like, it's not only rehashing, but they're quote-unquote upping the ante is having hit the previous killer's, like, father and siblings.
Yeah.
But it's like, are they literally all insane? Because how are they all agreeing to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my biggest beef, where it's like the whole, like, ooh, what a twist, is just like, how? Why? Like, I mean, we know the why, but it's like, how? Like, how is this working out logistically?
Mm-hmm.
As far as, like, the kills go, there's nothing there's nothing that really stood out as far as, like, super unrealistic kills. I will say some of them were kind of funny, like the girl, like, the Ghostface just shaking the ladder and the girl falling to her death.
Yeah.
That was more comical than...
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, you could die that way, so...
Yeah. Yeah. Please don't walk across ladders from building to building like that.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Especially when your intestines are supposed to be falling out, basically.
Oh, they did do that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she was... I mean, they had slashed her in the abdomen, and she was basically holding her intestines there. But she can still try to crawl across the ladder to the other place. And there's no way she hasn't passed out yet. No.
Yeah. Well, especially since you're, like, facing down, that's like...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have nothing, unless if you hold your hand there, like, you have nothing to, like, keep it all in. Mm-hmm. Yep. I did like the friend, how she's like, man, I keep getting it wrong, and then she ended up being right, and... And then the killing on the train. That was another one that's like, like, I understand that it's like, yes, the train was crowded, but I mean, if you're this close to someone and they just got stabbed, you're gonna fucking notice. I'm sorry, but you're gonna notice. But yeah, that's all I got for. Well, and then also, like, did they? I think the father, did he transfer over to New York?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's like, it seemed like they hadn't been there for that long.
Yeah, no. They transferred to New York when they knew the sisters went there. And his daughter set herself up to be their roommate.
Yeah. Yeah. But then they said that it was anonymous. So it's like, how would she know?
They said it was anonymous, but they said that it was really easy to figure out it was them.
Oh, okay. Never.
And they also used the cover story of, oh, I'm going to the university too. My dad is such a stalker. He had to follow me up here. He even transferred to New York to be close to me. Like, Dad won't let me go and be my own person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's like the logistics of all of that.
Yeah.
And then the brother pretending to not be related to the roommate.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, not, it's like, first, like, resemblance is a thing. I mean, depending on, like, the family, sometimes it's harder to tell than others. But also, I feel like when you interact with someone that you've known your whole life, your interactions with them is different, and it's kind of hard to act that away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like, I feel like they would still pick up on, like, why are they, like, so I don't know. It's like, it's hard to, because you don't realize your mannerisms for that person, but someone else would notice like how you treat
how comfortable you are with them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another doubt I had.
Yeah,
but, yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Yes. 1.5. I agree. Yay. I'm so happy. I'm so proud. So proud. There were a lot of seriously stupid death moments that are honestly a bit of a trademark, to be fair, with this franchise.
Fair, yeah.
There's lots and lots and lots of blood, like an excessive amount of blood. But again, par for the course with this franchise. But I don't really... There wasn't really much new in the way of the deaths. Like, in the first couple of movies, the deaths were varied. Widely varied.
True. I guess, like, with this one...
It was very straightforward.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. For some reason, like, as I was watching it, it just didn't feel... I mean, it depended on the death. But, like, the very beginning one with them killing off Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
For some reason, her death kind of, like, looped me into the movie.
I mean, again, it was a par for the course kind of death. And, as soon as they show that first pretty girl in a Scream movie, they're gonna die. I was a little bummed that they killed Barbie. But... She
was good while she was in the movie.
It was a fair point. Like, you teach this stuff, and yet you decided to walk down a dark alley alone? Really?
Yeah. That was just funny. I enjoyed that scene.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just sitting here the whole time. I'm like, oh my god, you're stupid. Why? Why would you do this? No, stop. You know better than this. Why?
Yeah, I think the fact that they made her like so dumb when she shouldn't have been dumb, that was
annoying to me. For sure. It was. And I don't know what they expected, honestly, trying to frame the sister, but chasing her and her sister into a convenience store that will definitely have cameras.
Yeah.
And killing the people there, like, they were just killing people left and right in that area with not really any purpose. And it just seemed a little... I don't know. It just seemed out of character. It didn't seem quite believable. And
not very well calculated.
Yeah. I also feel like there weren't enough cell phone cameras out. Because that would happen, especially in this day and age.
Very true. Very true.
But, yeah, it just... The whole thing just didn't... It was just subpar. Honestly. It was just subpar.
I think for some reason, I got more enjoyment out of this movie because I could just like laugh at the ridiculousness.
I was laughing at a lot of it, but it just, again, it's another Scream movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was hoping for something new, and I didn't quite get it. Yeah. So I'm a little disappointed.
Yep. Yeah, it's like overall, like, it's an okay Scream movie. But, yeah, a lot of the twists feel kind of recycled from the other movies.
100%.
And there are a lot better Scream movies out there.
Yes.
Yep. So, but yeah.
Oh, also, when they showed Billy Loomis's reflection, he was clearly older. When she was imagining him. Yeah. I don't know why they aged him in that, like, or rather didn't try to... I mean, with all the deep fakes that they do nowadays in movies, they could have easily done it a little bit better. Instead of using the age that he would have been if he had lived. Just seemed wrong. Sorry, had to crowbar that in there real quick.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us today, and let us know what you thought of the movie. If you would like to recommend a movie, Gamer Tea, you can leave us a comment or join our Discord. And if you'd like to keep up to date with our content, you can find our link tree listed below.
If you'd like to support us monetarily, we have a Teespring and our PayPal, or we have our affiliate link with Republic of Tea available. It does not affect the price of the tea, it just allows us to continue to do what we love. You can find all of the sites mentioned linked below, but until the next time, guys, stay safe and stay spoopy.
Bye!